just beware that you use the one with the copyright because they actually try to detect who's using the fake Adobe one, and they try to capture those people. Okay. So yeah, the landscape is a little different. Anyways, so since we are on the syllabus introduction, so just let you know, we are in week 8. Okay, so today is the April 16th. Okay, so we're doing the presentation from there. So when you finish your presentation, I will just continue lecturing something.
Okay.
All right. So that's the idea. All right. So everybody clear about the sequence? Okay. And people might ask about if you are group 1, who's gonna ask a question? Okay, it will be from your last group. Okay. So do we know who's the? We have 10 groups, right?
Yeah.
So who's in group 10? Yeah. So So Mina will ask question. Okay. So after the first group, then you will be asking question. Okay. And other than that, we will know the sequence already. Okay. You can ask maximum 3 questions because we want to go home on time around 20 after 5. So if you keep asking questions, then maybe we will go home a little bit late. Okay. So 3 questions. Okay, that's all. Good. All right. So so let me just do the checking. Just do we have the first 5 groups right here? So who's in group 1? Okay, good. Thank you. Group 2? Is that you, Victor?
Group 2, yeah.
Group 2, okay. And group 3? Okay, thank you. Group 4? Good. And group 5? Good. All right. Oh, by the way, which company are you working on?
Simple Math.
Simple Math? Okay. Did you mind just update the company name to the group?
No.
Okay, good. All right, so we are set for the first 5 group, and then we'll see how it goes, and then we'll just I think someone is not here, right? We have 9 people here. So who's missing? Maybe. Okay. Anyway, so we just try the first 5 groups and see how it goes, and we can adjust the pace afterwards. Okay. So that's how it goes. Any questions so far? Good. So about every 1 hour we take a break, or maybe I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So almost like 1 break per hour. That's the idea. Okay. Good. All right. So with further ado, can I invite the first group? Did you have any questions so far? No questions so far. Okay. Good. All right. May I invite the first group to do the sharing for us? Oh, you need the USB, right? Yeah, you can just. All right. So, do you want to give her a round of applause?
Okay, hi, today I will present about the Cathay Financial Holding. Today, my content is about the company overview, the EPS analysis, stock price and EPS, relationship analysis, and conclusions. And for the company overview, the Cathay Financial Holdings is one of the largest financial institutions in Taiwan. It operates mainly at insurance, banking, and asset management with a business presence across Asia, including China, Vietnam, and Asian countries. And I will show you guys this one is EPS analysis in here. You can see like from the 2020 to 2025, EPS shows significance. Volatility is increased from 0.41 in 2020 to the 10.34 in 2021. It shows like it dropped sharply to 2.58 in 2022. This decline was mainly due to global financial markets instability, especially to the impact of interest rates change and investment loss in the insurance sector. However, the EPS recovered strongly in 2024 and 2025, reaching above 7 again, indicating improved financial performance. And this one is a stock price. It's similar to EPS, the stock price also, whereas over time it increased significantly in 2021 and dropped it in 2022 and gradually recovered from 2023 to 2025. And this is a stock price and EPS relationship analysis. And as I show you other, I highlighted 2021 and 2022, so they will show on the table. For the 2021, the EPS reached to peaks at 10.34, and the stock price is also low to allow the 62.9. And in contrast, in 2022, EPS is dropped significantly to 2.58, and the stock price also declined to allow 40. And then EPS is recovered in 2024 and 2025. The stock price increased again. Then based on this data, we calculate the correlation, which is approximately 0.75. It indicates a strong positive relation between EPS and stock price. For this one, there's an analysis of the external factor. They will show this not only the external factor also have the effect for the EPS and the stock price. The stock price are also influenced by external factor for the Cathay financial performance. It's driven by three main engines: insurance, banking, and asset management. About the recovery in 2024 and 2025 was mainly due to strong investment income from the Cathay Life and improved banking performance. And additionally, exchange rate inversions, especially between the Taiwan dollar and US dollar, can significantly affect the hedging costs and profitabilities. Therefore, while EPS is an important factor, external conditions also play a key role in the stock price movement. And this my conclusion is that Cathay Financial Holding demonstrates a clear positive relationship between EPS and stock price. Over the past 6 years, and EPS declined in 2022 and later recovered. Their stock price follow a similar pattern. The correlations of the 0.75 confirm a strong relationships, although other market factors also influence stock performance. And this analysis highlights the importance of earnings in determines company valuations. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that was presented by who, right? So now we will turn the time to the group 10. The group 10 can have about 20 seconds to think about the topic and ask question after. Okay? Yeah, I mean whenever you're ready.
Thanks for your presentation. I want to ask you why you should analyze the Cathay Financial Holding for and you want to ask me
Just like why I choose.
one.
Okay, why I choose the Cathay Financial Holding, right? Because I think the Cathay Financial Holding is a big financial institute in Taiwan, and is earning like a highly sensitive to market conditions.
Okay, so plus 2 to group 10. Okay.
I want to ask more. So, can you practice slide?
Which one?
Yes, I can see EPS and stock price in 2022 drop significantly, right? So,
The
can you
reason?
tell me the reason?
The reason like their EPS on 2022 is dropped from the 2021, right? Because it's like the
COVID-19.
what?
COVID-19.
Yes, it's also from the effect from the COVID-19 too. Because before we have the COVID-19 on 2019, right?
Mm.
But and we have it's coming again on like around 2022 and make this EPS is dropping. Yes.
Because one of the subsidies life insurance, and then we have to pay the loss of payout, right?
Yes.
And also the Fed start to raise the interest rate from 2022.
Yes.
Yeah, so the earnings of all the financial sector has dropped since then. You know?
Okay, so second plus 2 to group 10.
Last sentence. So you indicate a strong positive. So the EPS and stock price have a positive relationship. So I want to ask you, can you predict the EPS and stock price in the future, like 2026?
Predict for 2026. But for me, it's like, for my opinion, I think it will be increased. But I cannot say anything because based on my presentation, the effects it will increase or decrease is not from I can predict, but it's also we need to depend on the external factor too. Maybe that's from this chart it can increase, but if have another external factor like a pandemic, then it can be the decrease.
You are sure.
Yes, because if based on this, it will be increased, but it have some situation happen, like COVID-19 issues be decreased.
Good. Did I answer your question? Good. Excellent. All right. So that's how we finish the first round of interaction. Okay. Now we're gonna move to the second round. So all the groups, in class can ask questions, and just let me know which group you are. Okay. So you're thinking? No other questions? Good. Okay, so no other question, and we'll finish the second round. Okay. Then you will come to me. Well, my question is very simple. Because when I look at the presentation, as I mentioned earlier, I mean the sequence should be the introduction, right? I mean, what's the company about, right? And then I'm glad that you answered the question, why you choose this company, right? But within the introduction, maybe you can mention about, when the company become internationalized in the first time. So like what year was that? Did it expand to Vietnam, USA? Because the company is headquartered in Taiwan, right? So did it go to USA in the first try of internationalization? Vietnam or maybe Japan, which is nearby, or maybe Philippines or Thailand. I don't know. So which country did the did this company, go in the first try for internationalization? I wonder, do you have that information?
As I know, for the first year they becomes for the international 6 years ago. No, not 6 years. So this is year. And this is the first the first one from the Cathay is in China, but after that they expand to the Vietnam and then this Asian.
Okay, so Vietnam was the country? Okay. So do you see a lot of this company in Vietnam?
Yes.
They have a subsidiary in Vietnam, but and I'm not sure it's many.
Okay, not many, but there's one. Okay. All right. So, and for what reason? Why this company, Cathay Financial Holdings, went to Vietnam to become internationalized? For what reason? Is because close to the customer? It's close. It's to increase the market shares. Is to decrease the operating cost. Is to increase the production efficiency. Is to form the competitive advantage. What is it? Why the company chose Vietnam, not other countries like Japan, Philippines, Thailand? Did you have that background information for the company?
Sorry, I didn't have the background information, but for me, I think the Vietnamese have the fast growing, the emerging market. Yes, and maybe they have a lot of young people that are working.
Okay. Good. Okay, so you think because a lot of young people. Okay. Yeah. I just want to, clear this kind of background information. And I wonder, did you observe let's back to the financial. Did you think the relationship between the EPS and stock price is actually tighter after the pandemic, or is the same, no matter it's before or after the pandemic? Did you have that information?
Sorry, can you repeat?
I mean, we know pandemic happens after 2020, right? I mean, because you guys were discussing the pandemic.
Yes.
So, and then before I mentioned that, if you don't know the pandemic, you can do the before and after, comparison, right? And so, well, I know on the slide you don't show that, but then I wonder, do you have any of those observations before and after the pandemic? Is there anything changes before the EPS and stuff like that?
Actually, I tried to research about this one, but they say that the Cathay Financial Holding is not really got an effect from the pandemic 100%, but as another business from them, like the Cathay Airline, they will get an effect of 100% from this one. But as I show you I didn't show for the 2019, but this is from 2019 and 2020 is the EPS and stock price drop. But and then it will getting better on 2021 and drop it again on 2022, the new cycle for COVID-19.
What do you mean the new cycle of pandemic?
It's
Did
they
it hit
have
the second time?
yes, because it's the COVID-19 they have many the version the Omicron like that, and we have the period that it's not happening anymore, but after that it will coming again. And after 2024, as you see, it's like it will be getting better, and the EPS and stock price will increase.
Well, imagine that if that's the case for the, well, first of all, one question, step by step, right? So basically, you're saying that you think there was after the pandemic, you think there's a tighter relationship between EPS and stock price? Okay, good. So let's clear the first question. And the second thing is that what happened through the 2022? You think it because the second wave of the pandemic shocks?
Yes, from a research, they say that 2022 is will start from the pandemic, COVID-19, right?
Yeah, but my question is why in today's
2022
financial, it did not go back to $10, EPS. That's just the hits.
Because the interest rate has been increased. So it's
This is not the USA. This is not Taiwan.
yes, however, all the finance, the banks have to pay more interest to the savers, right? So for the financial sector, and then
No, that's that. Well, first of all, is that the key question is what's the interest rate for Taiwan in 2024? Do you have the idea? I think it's about 1%. Because when you try to emphasize that interest rate is really a big issue, but we're talking only about 1%. It's maybe increase from 0.5 to 1%. So how big that is going to make a change to the EPS? And if the interest is really small, then if that's because of the pandemic, then it dropped from $10, right? It should go back to $10. It's like you get a cold, then you got recover, then you're normal. It shouldn't have the permanent effect on you. If everything is because of pandemic. So this kind of questions that you can ask to yourself, because when you look at numbers, that's when you see them. Because I know the Victor's case is the U.S. increased to 5%, from 0 to 5. I would say, yeah, it's huge. But in Taiwan, it's 0.5 to 1%. It's not really big. So if you're gonna say that 0.5 increase is gonna keep the EPS below $10 for many, many years, I wonder how convincing is that argument.
Besides from your question is like why the 2021 to 22 is dropped from 10 to 2, right? But why is on 2022 is not come back to 10 again?
I mean, like for example, 2023 or maybe 2024, it should go back, right?
Yeah.
But then why is stop at a low level?
I think it's like still have the effect from the COVID-19 from 22.
But then you can see people don't wear masks anymore. Well, you have some support in the group, right? Victor, do you have an answer to this?
Because the U.S. increased the interest rate, and then that means that the asset of the bank drops, right? I say that because the U.S. loan becomes more attractive. So you have to finance because the bank has to collect money from the savers or issue bonds in order to lend money to others. So its financing cost is higher. So the hurt is earning.
Okay.
And also it means that US dollar is appreciating, and then Taiwan dollar is depreciating, right? Taxation.
Mm.
So if the asset of the bank is in Taiwan dollar domination, that means that the value is dropping, and then we evaluating the asset, and then you will suffer losses.
So you think that the new Taiwan dollar has been depreciating?
Yeah, because US dollar is appreciating.
Okay. So this is kind of some sort of responses that you should be able to answer, because maybe if you don't have one, like an interest rate, is explanation is not sufficient, then you have to put in another one. So exchange rate. I think you mentioned about exchange rate. So you just have to say more. Okay, that's all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's all. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so this is all about to increase your knowledge, right? I mean, when you look at numbers, that's what you see, right? And those kind of questions that might pop to your mindset. And I mean, you are the final beneficiary, right? I mean, you get the knowledge, and hopefully, when you become professional managers, when you look at the numbers, that's what you will be asking, right? To yourself or to your or people working for you. Okay, something like that. All right, so I think we will move to second group. Okay, good. Is it you, Victor?
Yes, sure.
Okay, good.
Go on. Close. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will present my analysis on the relationship between earnings per share, or EPS, and stock price using MediaTek as a case study over the period from 2019 to 2025. So my purpose is to examine whether EPS can explain stock price movements and to what extent this relationship holds in reality.
Okay, so group one will be asking questions after this. Okay?
MediaTek is a Taiwanese fabless semiconductor company founded in 1997 and is headquartered in Hsinchu. It focuses on chip design and rather than manufacturing and outsourcing production mainly to TSMC. Actually, it is the upstream of the semiconductor value chain. And its key products include smartphone processors, AIoT devices, smart TVs, and automotive chips. Today, MediaTek operates globally with over 40 offices and serves majorly OEM clients worldwide. And MediaTek's growth is closely linked to the international expansion. So after its IPO initial public offering in 2001, the company expanded the mobile chipset market in 2000. The company entered the mobile chipset market in 2004. Yeah, and rapidly expanded during the smartphone boom in the emerging markets. By 2020, it became the world's largest smartphone chip supplier by volume. And more recently, it has expanded into an AI and automotive semiconductor markets. The company's success can be explained by 4 key factors. First, cost leadership, targeting the mid-range market. Secondly, strong research and development capacity, and in integrated chip design. And thirdly, the strategic partnerships with global firms and OEMs. OEM, they are original equipment manufacturing. And fourth, fast product cycles and scalability. So all these create a competitive advantage based on cost efficiency and speed. MediaTek went public in 2001, primarily to raise capital for research and development. And listing also enhances credibility and global visibility, and helping it attract both talent and international clients. From a financial and lens perspective, and the IPOs are particularly important for innovation-driven firms, where continuous capital investment is required. So look at the earnings per share trend from 2019 to 2025, and then we observe a clear cyclical pattern. The earnings per share increased significantly from 0.49 in 2019, right? And then to a peak of 2.55 in 2021, driven by strong semiconductor demand. So it then declined in 2022 during to 2023 downturn because of the COVID-19, as I mentioned before, and it recovered again in 2024 and 2025, and this reflects the cyclical nature of the semiconductor industry. So how about the stock price trend? So the stock prices saw a similar long-term upward trend from around New Taiwan dollars $380 in 2019 to about 1700 in 2025. But compared to the earnings per share, stock prices are more volatile. And then it is because stock prices reflect only current earnings and also about future expectation and the market sentiment. And also we can look at the earning price and the earnings per share and stock price relationship. And then we can observe a general positive relationship, right? But there are also notable deviations. Like in 2025, and the stock prices increased faster than the earnings per share, and you reflect strong AI-driven market expectation. And this suggests that stock prices are forward-looking rather than purely based on current earnings. And the statistical analysis confirmed the relationship, and the correlation coefficient is around 0.78, indicating a strong positive relationship between earnings per share and stock price. And the regression result shows about 61% of the stock price variation can be explained by the earnings per share. And specifically, you can learn from the regression model, and that a 1 unit increase in earnings per share is associated with around 620 New Taiwanese dollars increase in stock price. But the remaining variation reflects other factors like market expectations, industry cycles, and macroeconomic conditions. From a theoretical perspective, stock prices are determined by the discount value of expected future earnings. So earnings per share provides a signal of firm profitability, right? But investors, they may price future profile and past performance. So deviation between earnings per share and stock price reflect changes in the expectations rather than inconsistency in fundamentals. So my conclusion is, in the short term, MediaTek faces both opportunities from the AI demand and risk from competition and cost pressures. So in the medium to long term, growth in AI, IoT, and automotive semiconductor is expected to support continued expansion. So my final conclusion is MediaTek exhibits a strong but imperfect relationship between earnings per share and stock price. So it's highlighting the role of firm fundamentals and forward-looking market expectations in equity valuation. And this case illustrates that financial markets do not price what firms earn today, but what investors expect them to earn tomorrow. So any questions?
So let's give a round of applause. Okay, so we'll turn to group one to think about 20 seconds and ask question after. Okay.
Turn back to slides about the EPS and stock price.
Hold on. EPS and stock price. This one, right?
Yes. As they show like this one is no correlation like
So it's so still a similar pattern. So the earnings per share increases with stock price, but somewhat.
So first group class 2. Okay.
Yeah.
okay, and for
So
the
good
so
for
do
answer.
you think like there's have any external factor that have an effect to the EPS or stock price?
So group 1 plus another 2.
You mean that the earning price and stock share?
Yeah.
And then the stock prices, you know that is increasing faster than the earning per share, right? This the stock price, you know, it always more steeper than the earnings per share, and then it recovers from the drop in 2021 of the epidemic. So I guess because the market is placing very strong expectation on the company's future earning, so it's, the investors are willing to pay a premium for purchasing the stocks of the company. They are very optimistic about the AI trend, right? So that's why they are not moving at the same pace. So I would say that the stock price of these companies may be a little bit overvalued based on the price earning ratio. So it's not as attractive as what it was. So but they are moving in the same direction for sure.
Alright, so we will conclude the first round of interaction. So we move to the second round. So any group can ask questions. Okay?
Excuse me.
Mm.
Can I ask the biggest customer, foreign biggest customer you take
Mm-hmm.
which country?
So group 10, another 2. Okay?
As I mentioned, it's a very worldwide company. So its customer is very from the worldwide everywhere. So the Asia its customers are mainly from China. It's the largest market, and then India and Taiwan. and then also there are customers from any other emerging markets like Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, and Brazil. So we focus on mid-range smartphones and cost-sensitive customers. So there are also customers from developed countries like US, Europe, Japan, and South Korea, from 40 countries worldwide. So it's a global brand, mainly through Samsung or Sony are their customers. So they are not selling directly to customers, but their customers are OEM manufacturers. There's business to business, right? So their end users are global consumers.